Biometrics Optimum Woman is the only woman's high-potency full-spectrum multiple vitamin supplement to contain 56 nutrients, including those most important for today's woman, such as calcium for bone health, iron for healthy red blood cells, beta-carotene, biotin for nail and hair health, gamma-linoleic acid from evening primrose oil, octasanol, grapeseed extract, a potent antioxidant important for maintaining capillary strength, and vegetarian digestive enzymes. Visit www.biomadrxsupplements.com.
Gold label quality Biomed RX CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown, glyphosate-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, homogenized, third-party tested, and CO2 extracted. Visit www.biomedrxcbd.com.
Hi, this is Devin Lockett, the president of JobSite Route. As the son of a general contractor, I know how difficult it can be to get good food on the job site. And letting your construction workers leave the job site to buy lunch just takes valuable time away from them being on the site. I've developed an app and a program that will bring a steady stream of food trucks to your job sites every month for the low price of only $100 per month per site. That comes up to about $3 per day to have a steady stream of food trucks coming to your job sites all day, every working day. You can also contact the food trucks ahead of time and pre-order your food from the menu on our app. This saves valuable time for your construction workers and for you. It also sends a variety of delicious food served on Southern California food trucks to your job sites all day. When you think about it, it only makes sense to join the JobSite Route Network. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone? Let me check my levels, make sure I'm coming up fine. How's everybody doing this morning? Thank you for joining me. This is a 4-channel broadcast, simulcast on all 4 of our channels. I've been neglecting you guys for a minute because I've been taking care of a lot of business for Biomed RX, the corporation, and making money, right? Because that's what keeps this whole thing going, is the money. So I had to focus on that, and so now I'm back. So I wanted to give you guys an update on the peak performance protocol. Last time you heard from me, it's been a while. It's been a couple of months. I closed down the Biomed RX Health Center here in Upland, California. Now I'm looking for a new location. I'm looking for a location out west of here in Los Angeles. So anyone who's in a high foot traffic area who has a location that they would like to see the new Biomed RX Wellness Center. I'm not going to call it Health Center next time. I'm going to call it a Wellness Center. Inbox me. Give me a holler at info@devinlockett.tv or info@devinlockett.com. And let's negotiate. Let's negotiate. I am looking for a new location. I need a location big enough to put a hyperbaric oxygen chamber, at least one, and so that's something to think about. So I'm going to have to be able to bust a wall open or a window or something like that to get this open. Or I need a place that actually has a freight door or something like that, or a garage door or somewhere to get in. But be that as it may, I am on the lookout for a new Biomed RX Health Center location. Now, the peak performance protocol. What I wanted to talk to you guys about is, of course, you know about the supplements. You already know about Biomed RX supplements, and you're going to hear about them by the end of this video, if not. I'm talking about running. I've been doing a little bit of running once on the weekend, once every weekend. I think I'm going to try to go live and talk to you guys and before and after the run. I go from Temescal Canyon on the beach here in Southern California in Pacific Palisades. I go down through Pacific Palisades, down through Santa Monica, and on into the city of Venice, down to Venice Boulevard and back. I think in total that's about 11.4 miles. Once you do that once a week, then you're going to be kicking your metabolism into full gear, into high gear for the week. So any lesser exercise that you do during the week as part of your weekly protocol, like I like to swim either a half mile or a mile every day at the gym, or lift and then swim. Everything that you do after that, you're basically prolonging the calorie burning effects of that one long run that you do once a week. So that's kind of part of my cyclical protocol for trying to get into the fat burning stage, or becoming what we call fat dependent or hybrid dependent, burning fat as well as burning sugars or glycogen. So in addition to the running, I'm reintroducing lifting. And the reason I'm reintroducing lifting after 5 months off, right, January to May, is because I've been rebuilding my spine. I had a serious case of sciatica, and this time it wasn't because of the piriformis muscle. It was because I actually had a bulging disc, a herniated disc, that was crushing my sciatic nerve. And believe me, if you've never had sciatica, you don't want it. That's something I wouldn't even wish upon my enemy. Sciatica pain is deep. And I like to say, when you have sciatica, it hurts your soul. That's the pain that hurts your soul. But I found relief in my inversion table. I hang upside down, and I actually apply a little bit of traction by putting 2 5-pound dumbbells, 10 pounds, onto a cervical collar. Not too much weight, but just enough to straighten it out. And you're going to get a couple of pops. You're going to find a little bit of subluxation of the discs and of the vertebrae when you do this. But the important thing is that you're stretching out your vertebrae and you're undoing the crushing that takes place over years of gravity, of just walking upright, and of gravity. So aging is a part of life, and part of that is the battle against gravity. And you see a lot of older people tend to become hunched over, and that's something that you don't really want. You don't want to have that look. So in pursuing the peak performance protocol above 50, over 50, I've learned that it's very important to use the inversion table to rebuild the spine, even if you don't have sciatica. Now, what happened to me is after about a half hour of hanging upside down with 10 pounds hanging from my head with traction, the vertebrae finally popped. The vertebrae in question, the ruptured disc. It may have been between T11 and T12 in the thoracic spine, or it may have been in L1 or L2 in the lumbar spine, but it's right around that area, the bottom of the thoracic and the top of the lumbar spinal area. And it popped. When it popped, the sciatic pain immediately disappeared, but the local pain right at the area where the herniated disc was now dislodged or now popped open really, really hurt. It was excruciating pain. So luckily I had the help of my son to help me from my inversion table to the bed, and it's been a healing process. It's been a process of doing inversion therapy. What you're trying to do is you not only want to pop out that herniated disc and straighten it up, you want to hang with the, you want to apply the traction, right? You want to hang until you actually form scar tissue around the walls of the disc while it's in the extended position. And that's what I've been going through. Okay. And a lot of people, and you know, and as you get older, you may come across this. This is why I'm sharing this with you. You may come across similar problems, whether or not you've had scoliosis, like myself. You may still find that over the years, my man Ronnie Coleman comes to mind. Over the years, especially those of us who have been lifting weights and applying pressure, high impact pressure to the spine, those of us who have been running, those of us who have been cycling, every time you sit your ass on that hard bicycle seat and you hit a bump, that's impacting your lumbar spine. All of them, okay? All of the vertebrae of your lumbar spine. And probably some of the thoracic and the rest as well. Cycling is difficult. It's very hard on your spine. So all of these high impact type of exercises, you need to pay attention to your spine. You need to pay attention. I highly recommend seeing a chiropractor. I highly recommend getting x-rays or an MRI done, getting a good analysis of your spine, especially if you're having back problems, especially if you're doing bodybuilding or any type of weightlifting exercise or any type of running or any type of training, okay? So that's what I've been doing since January. I've been stretching my spine. I've been healing my spine. And there is a process of relearning how to gain your balance, because you're regaining your body's balance, you're regaining your posture by doing intensive inversion therapy. And I highly recommend getting an inversion table, and it's really good for you. It's really, really good for you, for your health and for your spine, for your circulation. But if you do this intensive protocol, expect it to take about 5 months, about 4 or 5 months. The first time, like I said, when I had sciatica, I hung upside down for about 27 minutes or so, almost a half hour, and then it finally popped. The herniated disc popped.
The sciatica pain disappeared, but the local pain was intense. And then it was just simply a matter of stretching to form the scar tissue, and slowly reintroducing pressure to your spine. Okay, walking, running, jogging, doing your thing. And to be honest, my main exercise in this process has been swimming. So I raised my swim up to about of a mile of swimming a day, which is 64 laps in a 25 meter pool. So yeah, it's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. My my routine is a 6 lap routine of different strokes. So I do that 11 times. So I end up doing 66 laps, but it's still good. It's very good. And it's good not only because you're strengthening your spine while you're swimming, so you're not putting any pressure on the spine, you're strengthening all of the muscles around your spine while you're training your spine in the inversion table to be decompressed. But it's also good because you're increasing your cardiovascular health and capacity, and you're definitely improving the function of your heart. And so this takes your peak performance training from the inside out to an inside out approach, right? Train the spine, which is the base of all of your body, of your structure, of your musculoskeletal system. Okay, reset it so that you can go back to putting on weight, lifting weights, and applying resistance training, and doing high impact training such as running or jogging or playing any kind of sport that you'd like. Okay, and swimming so that you strengthen your heart and improve your cardiovascular system. Because if you simply focus on bodybuilding without improving your cardiovascular or at least training your cardiovascular system, you run the risk of high blood pressure. And high blood pressure could lead to renal failure, diabetes, the host of illnesses that cause premature aging and death. So now, pursuing the peak performance protocol has become a little bit more of a patience-oriented endeavor for me right now, because, like I said, I'm rebuilding the spine, and I highly recommend getting an inversion table for those of you who are really taking your training seriously. You need to decompress your spine. I would recommend doing inversion at least twice a day. Do it right before bed. At least one of those periods of time when you're doing inversion, do it right before bed. I like doing it the first thing in the morning as well, because if you're sleeping, your body is the most relaxed that it's going to be, and there won't be any resistance in your musculature to the decompression of the spine. The decompression of the spine is very important. So that's really all I wanted to share with you guys. I'm going to be going to the gym. It's 10 o'clock now, which is really a pretty late. 11, 12, 1, 2. So good. I can put in a good long workout and just pick my son up after that. But you have to realize that a commitment to the protocol, a commitment to peak performance, is a commitment of time. Okay? There are only 24 hours in a day. And you have to be willing to spoil yourself enough. You have to be selfish enough to carve out 2, 3, even 4, if you think that's what it's going to take, hours in your day to be in the gym, taking your time, going from exercise to exercise and doing your thing, right? This is something that you have to do. When I was in training for broadcasting, I was taught to sit down in your studio and say, "This is my space," right? To claim the space, to claim your space. Well, this is time, if you're going to be committing yourself to the peak performance protocol, it is time for you to claim your time. All right? So here we are in the spring. Don't be discouraged if you don't think you've met your goal just yet. There is still time. Don't give up. In fact, now is the time to get into the full stretch and to go full speed ahead with your training. Okay? So stick with it. Inversion, bodybuilding, running, swimming, cycling if you have a nice bicycle, or even if you have a crappy bicycle. Get out and do as much training as you can. Maintain your supplements. And an additional thing I'm going to introduce you to, and I'm going to take you through, I want you to follow me with, is fasting. Okay, the last time I fasted was a couple of weeks ago, and it was only a 4-day fast. And I'm saying only a 4-day fast, but if you've never gone without food for 4 days in a row, I highly recommend it. You should try it. And you should also relinquish the consumption of any other toxins that you may consume while you're doing it. It doesn't make sense if you smoke to smoke while you're fasting. It doesn't make sense to do that. You have to be flushing your body out and cleansing your body out. I'm going to be going through another fast either this coming week, the week of the 22nd, or the following week, which would be the very last week. I like to fast at least once a week. 1 week out of the month, and I like to make it usually the last week of the month. So it could either be this week or the following week. But with my fast, I'm going to be introducing a few supplements. I guess you can call them supplements, supplements and juices that I would find acceptable. Now, I don't think that juices are good during a fast because most of the store-bought juices are, there's a lot of sugar. There's a lot of sugar, and a lot of times there's high fructose corn syrup, and these things can produce an insulin spike, which is counterproductive to what you're fasting for, right? The purposes of your fasting, or the benefits of fasting. One of the benefits, which is blood glucose regulation. So, and insulin regulation. But the exceptions are prune juice, obviously, because you need to cleanse your system, your digestive tract, early on in the fast so that you can make the shift more quickly, more rapidly from being sugar dependent to being fat dependent, so that your body starts using fat as fuel, okay? And the second being cherry juice. Cherry juice, the tart cherry juice, not the black cherry or the sweet cherry, the tart cherry juice. If you drink tart cherry juice every morning on an empty stomach, a whole 32-ounce bottle for 2 weeks, every day for 2 weeks, you're going to dissolve and flush your gallbladder, all of your gallstones, especially if you combine it with inversion therapy. Okay? In fact, if you hang upside down, breathe in, expand your rib cage, and suck in your belly, which is the bodybuilder vacuum. I think it was Arnold Schwarzenegger that invented that vacuum. That puts your gallbladder and your liver in the perfect position while hanging upside down for all of the contents of your gallbladder to fall out. You can literally feel the stones falling out of your gallbladder and whatever sludge is in your gallbladder as well. Okay, so the 2-week cherry juice, tart cherry juice gallbladder flush is highly recommended, but it's also recommended if you're going to be beginning a fast, because once you've flushed your gallbladder, you can do shorter flushes over a shorter period of time with just tart cherry juice. You can also assist the process by taking a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of Epsom salts. That will dilate your everything, but it'll also dilate your gallbladder. Remember, the gallbladder has one opening. It's like a bottle, right? And it has one opening at the very top. So you have to hang upside down to dump all of the crap out, believe it or not. But tart cherry juice and prune juice would be the only exceptions that I would make with regard to the juices in the beginning of the fast. Also, during the fast, I'm going to be taking this time around, I'm going to be taking bentonite clay. Okay, milorganite. Yeah, I think it's called milorganite, bentonite. Bentonite clay, which has a million uses, but it has magnetic properties which help it to draw out positively charged toxins that are in your body, in your blood, and in your digestive system. Bentonite clay is good for a lot of things for your health, and it's also good in helping you to regulate your blood sugar. It's good at destroying parasites and killing parasites in your intestinal tract, and it's also good at starving cancerous tumors. So it's good for fighting cancer. It's a good remineralizer because it has minerals in it. It's good for taking while you're fasting to kind of help replenish the feelings of starvation, right? That you might feel, the feelings of being depleted that you might feel while you're fasting. Okay, I'm going to be taking wheatgrass. Last time I fasted at the end of my 4-day fast. On the 4th day, I had two double shots of wheatgrass, and it produced a couple of pimples. Actually, I think they went away, but taking wheatgrass and allowing those pimples to be pushed out from the inside, and allowing your body to experience that detoxification whilst fasting is very effective and very beneficial, and it makes you very beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to be taking wheatgrass. I'm also going to be taking haritaki, which is the dried fruit from the Terminalia chibula plant. It's also called kadukai podi, and it's the active ingredient in about 60 or 70% of the Ayurvedic medications coming from India and that part of the world. Excuse me. And what else? Wheatgrass, haritaki, bentonite clay, and diatomaceous earth. Okay, diatomaceous earth is good for cleansing. It's another because of the shape of the diatoms, microscopic little tubules. Okay, they scrape, and so it's good for bringing whiteness to the eyes and really to the clarity to the skin. It's good to take, and these things are all good to take while you're fasting. So the last fast I didn't, but the next fast I will, and I'm going to be going live and giving you guys instructions on how to do that. All right, so here we are. This is the spring of 2023. Love yourself. Get into the gym. Okay, get some exercise. Get out into the sun. Get some exercise. Don't be afraid to run. Don't be afraid to get on your bicycle. Drink lots of water. You have to flush the water through your system. I keep my large cup with me at all times, and I'm one of those guys walking around the gym with a bottle of water. Okay, that's me. So there you have it. Okay, stay kind, stay blessed, and stay healthy as always. Follow me on Rumble. I'd like you to join me on Rumble. I just started. I went live this morning on my channel on Rumble. And friend me on Facebook. I free friend, and if you like my channel and you'd like to friend me, I'm totally down for that. Oops, sorry about that. That was a mistake. And I'd like you guys to subscribe to my other channels. My other channels here on YouTube, right? I think that's the one right there. You gotta excuse me. Yep, that is the one. I'm handling 4 broadcasts simultaneously. So here we go. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I'm sorry I've taken so much time off. Again, I'm not going to keep apologizing though, because I'm going to get busy even more. Subscribe to all of the Devin Lockett channels as well as Biomed RX TV. Follow us on Rumble. Follow us on Facebook. Stay kind, because kind is not only the new sexy, kind is the only sexy. Stay blessed and stay healthy. All right? Take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next live. Peace.
Food label quality Biomed RX CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown, glyphosate-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, homogenized, third-party tested, and CO2 extracted. Visit www.biomedrxcbd.com.
Biomedric's Optimum Woman is the only woman's high-potency full-spectrum multiple vitamin supplement to contain 56 nutrients, including those most important for today's woman, such as calcium for bone health, iron for healthy red blood cells, beta-carotene, biotin for nail and hair health, gamma-linoleic acid from evening primrose oil, octosanol, grapeseed extract, a potent antioxidant important for maintaining capillary strength, and vegetarian digestive enzymes. Visit www.biomedrxsupplements.com.